It's your boy and Guru in the house, back with another bang on transfer news episode. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got something really awesome for you guys, so stay tuned and watch the video till the end, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, some really awesome content always comes up for you guys, so stay tuned and consider subscribing if you seek daily Arsenal content. We are coming up with a lot of transfer news, FIFA career mode, and of course, we're going to have a live wherein initially we'll discuss something about the transfer news, and of course, then we go on to the ultimate career mode. Let's see what happens. Also, let's talk about it. Rob Holding has opened up about Pablo Mari. He says Pablo Mari is the most positive person on the planet. You see him and he will just make you happy. So yes, Pablo Mari is the right kind of influence you want in the team according to Rob Holding. Rob Holding also says, the amount of times me and Mustafi discuss the things that happen in the games while we are eating, how he saw it from the bench, maybe, or when he was playing and I was on the bench, and just sort of helping each other out that way. I don't want to be hanging my mate out to dry, you know. He's my mate at the end of the day. So it's a little sort of respect for each other, but it's also competitive. So yes, that's kind of cool, isn't it? But Fabrizio Romano has opened up about, he's actually poured cold waters on Kieran Tierney to Napoli. Yes, I didn't even realize that I would actually come out and say this, but Kieran Tierney to Napoli, I mean, they were really interested. So here's what Fabrizio Romano spoke about it in his podcast. Here we go. He said, according to rumors, they say Tierney could be an opportunity for Napoli. But talking with people around Napoli, they say they are not planning anything in this window. Next summer, probably they will look for a left back. In this moment, they're not looking at Tierney. They will need a left back next summer. But they still don't know who will be the manager, Gattuso or not. So they're not planning. Arsenal are so happy with Tierney, so it would not be so easy to go there. So it looks like Napoli might be interested for a left back in the summer, but right now they're looking all the loan options, and there are lots of criteria to fill if they are supposed to get Tierney or if Tierney is supposed to leave Arsenal. Well, we'll leave it for now. Also, there is information that Real Betis is very close to finishing with regard to Socrates. The conditions of Socrates were too much for Fenerbahce. Was it completely abandoned? No. But the negotiations continue. Socrates will leave surely, quickly. And still, I think Fenerbahce is not, the door is not closed to Fenerbahce, but still, Real Betis is also on the move for Socrates Papastathopoulos. Let me know in the comments, do you guys believe in Socrates? Where will he end up? In the comments, let me know what you guys feel about it. Also, Fabrizio also opened up about in his podcast, here we go, about Mesut Ozil, because you know what, if we talk about Arsenal transfer news and if we don't talk about Mesut Ozil, it's exactly incomplete. So Fabrizio said the agreement about his salary is not completed. Around Fenerbahce, the technical staff, the manager, they are really confident to get Ozil in the next days. So they're just waiting to complete everything. Fenerbahce are really pushing. He also had the proposal from DC United in the MLS. His priority is Fenerbahce, but they need to find an agreement about the salary. They're still negotiating. Expect in the coming days something can happen. So yes, Mesut Ozil might be happening to Fenerbahce, and yes, you'll get a deal done very soon. Well, also according to another source which I already mentioned, that you can see him join Fenerbahce on Monday. So let's see if that's going to be happening or not. So exclusive interview with Unai Emery of Chris Wheatley. So I'll tell you the brief points and then I'll elaborate on certain points that Unai Emery spoke about to Chris Wheatley. So he says Unai Emery follows every Arsenal game, wants Arteta and Arsenal to do well. Memories of Saka's debut. He's trying hard with Ozil, new project at Villarreal, and his final message to the Arsenal fans. So about Mesut Ozil, Unai Emery said, I worked for 1.5 years with Mesut and tried to help him, support him and achieve the performances for the team with him. Now I don't know what the problems are, as I'm very concentrated and focused with Villarreal. I think he doesn't need to make any of those comments. He says, my first year in Arsenal, I remember a lot of positive things. I enjoyed being a coach of Arsenal and I'm very grateful for that moment I had in Arsenal. I worked well with Mr. Kroenke, Raul and Gazidis. The results towards the end were the main problem, but for me it was a positive experience and I'm grateful to Arsenal for the opportunity. Now I want the best for Arsenal and Mikel Arteta, the supporters and everyone at the club. So yes, let us hope Unai Emery gets all the success at Villarreal. I mean, he's been classy as always, but some salty comments here and there really kind of, soured his image within some fans. But yeah, that's okay. But moving on, well, Valencia have been unsuccessful in their efforts to sign Harry Winks. So Valencia wanted to sign Harry Winks, but they are now interested in signing Lucas Torreira on loan and have spoken to Arsenal technical director Edu over a deal. Sevilla are also very keen on Lucas Torreira. So Sevilla and Valencia, two La Liga clubs, are fighting it out for Lucas Torreira. I'm pretty much sure he definitely won't have any problems with his potential suitors. But the big question, will Lucas Torreira return? Also, well, if you know about Footy Insider, well, they actually have had a quite few exclusive and proper and exact details about last few weeks or months. The deals that Rob Holding signing a new contract, they got it right. Matt Macy undergoing a medical at Hibernian, they got it right. Zach Swanson loan termination, got it right. Harry Clark to Oldham, got it right as well. So here's what they come up with, a new news that an Arsenal source has also told Football Insider that Balogun has agreed a pre-contract with Leipzig and will join them in the summer on a free contract. So it looks like Florent Balogun might end up at RB Leipzig in the summer as a free contract, as a free agent with RB Leipzig. So Florent Balogun might leave Arsenal. And Duncan Castle says, I am told Arsenal are working on a pretty limited budget of around 20 million euros. So you want a player who will take a fundamental role in the team. They want someone who is a cross between a number 8 and a 10. So a box-to-box midfielder with creativity is what they're looking at. So 20 million euros is Arsenal's budget, according to Duncan Castles. If you ask me, I don't take Duncan Castles 100%. I take him with a pinch of salt. So let's move on. Mesut Ozil will arrive in Fenerbahce by Monday at the latest, says a Spore. If you want to believe it, it's up to you. And also government officials have again asked Premier League players to curb their celebrations to limit social contact. Let's see if that happens or not. So Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang opens up about his season. He says, from the beginning of the season, I was struggling a lot, but I think this is a part of football. Sometimes you have ups and downs and you have to manage as best as you can. I tried my best and until now it was not the best performance from me. I always try to give my best, not only on the pitch but also in the dressing room for the guys. Sometimes it's hard and maybe you are not in the right mood, but as captain you have to find a way to change it and give positive vibes for the guys. At the moment, we are playing well and we have to follow this way. If we win the couple of games that are coming, we can turn around the situation. We're not so far from the top 6, so this is the moment to be back in the competition. So let's see what happens. Also, well, Arsenal will look towards Tom Heaton to become their number 2 between the sticks, according to certain reports. Mikel Arteta has lost faith in Alex Renarson because of that Carabao Cup game defeat to Manchester City, and Aston Villa outcast Heaton could join the Gunners as a short-term solution. So Tom Heaton to Arsenal might happen, might happen. Also, Ian Wright has jumped to defense of Arsenal outcast Mesut Ozil. He spoke about Mesut Ozil in Wrighty's House podcast. He says, with Mesut, you see him sending the messages. It is so sad. Mesut needs to be playing. Whatever people say about how he plays, I'm really upset with the people who are continually talking about his money. Money that we paid him, money that nobody in his right mind is going to turn down. Money that for him and his ability at that time, he was worth that. Okay. And Arsenal are set to recall Trey Coyle and Zach Medley from their loan spells with Gillingham. Both players have struggled to cement their spot in League One side's starting lineup this season. According to Kent Online, Coyle and Medley are expected to return to the Gunners this week. And Harry Redknapp has urged Aston Villa star Jack Grealish that he should be signed by Arsenal. Yes, Harry Redknapp says, I think they have to spend. They are way off it at the moment. They need to bring a bit of quality. Arsenal is a massive football club. Take a Grealish. He needs to play at a bigger club. It has been widely reported that we know that 90 million pounds is what Grealish would cost. Will Arsenal pay that much amount of money? I don't know. I don't know. I doubt it. I 100% doubt it. But let's see what happens. So Ian Wright has opened up about Emil Smith-Rowe again. He says, honestly, his emergence in the 3 games says to me that we're going to struggle if he's not involved in the link-up play between the midfielder and striker. Ian Wright gets it right 100% almost every single time. So there's no doubting the legend at all. So with this, we finish this the episode of the transfer news. I hope you enjoyed whatever came your way. All the views and news and everything about Arsenal comes on this platform mostly twice. And of course, we have a career mode episode coming up on the channel tomorrow. Arsenal career mode, and of course on the live we are starting Leeds career mode. We look like we're gonna get sacked, but okay, we are still we're trying our best. Let's see what happens. I will see you in the next one, and don't forget to subscribe. Cheers. Thank you so much guys for tuning in.